if your boyfriend's coworker texts him, "Great, now everyone thinks we're fucking." That's not normal, right? Because that's not harmless banter. That's not cute work wife energy. That's not, haha, people gossip. That's a very specific joke, and jokes like that don't come out of nowhere. I didn't think much of her before that, until I met her, and I swear to God I have not felt that small in years. I've been with my boyfriend, let's call him Jake, for 5 years. 5 years. We basically grew up together. He's 25, I'm 23. He's been at this job for a few years now, and I've never met his co-workers. Not once. Which, fine, I trusted him. But fast this one girl, though, Amy, the infamous work wife. I'd mention her sometimes, like, "Oh, I'm helping Amy with her car," or "I'm going to Amy's place to fix something." And I didn't really think much of it because he always said, "Oh, they're all older than me, it's not like that." So I pictured, I don't know, a 40-year-old woman with 3 kids and a minivan, but fart what I walked into. But before that, one night he's asleep next to me, dead asleep, and his phone will not stop buzzing. His guy friend is blowing it up, over and over, so I pick it up to text him like, "Hey, he's asleep, chill." And before I put the phone down, I see 5 unread texts from Amy, and one of them says, "Great, Jake, now everyone thinks we're fucking." I can still see it, the laughing emoji, like it's cute, and my stomach just drops. Because what situation leads to that sentence? What conversation are you two having where that's the punchline? The next day I bring it up calmly. No accusations, no yelling. I just say, "Hey, that made me uncomfortable." And he doesn't hesitate. "We were both late to work. People probably assumed stuff. It's just a joke." Just a joke. But it didn't feel like a joke. It felt familiar, like an inside joke, like something built on history I wasn't part of. He could tell I wasn't okay, so he invites me to the bar that night with all his co-workers. "Come meet her, you'll see it's nothing." And I actually thought, okay, maybe this will make me feel better, but did not. We walk into the bar and I spot her immediately, because she's 40 years old, not even close, well, she's terced, 3 years older than him. 3. And she's beautiful, effortlessly put together. The kind of girl who doesn't look like she's trying, but somehow everything falls perfectly. The kind of girl you instantly compare yourself to without meaning to. And from the second we sit down, she's on him, touching his arm when she laughs, leaning into him when she talks, grabbing his hands across the table. At one point, she literally takes his arm and wraps it around herself like it's muscle memory. She kisses him on the cheek, in front of me. They're teasing each other all night. That weird middle school flirting thing where it's like, shut up, but smiling. And I'm just sitting there thinking, am I the only one seeing this? She keeps turning to me and saying, "Oh my God, I love him like a brother." Like a brother. And then, casually, like she's talking about the weather, she tells me she's slept with half their co-workers. Half. Laughing about how she once got a morning off because she sent one of them nudes so he'd cover her shift. Like that's funny, like that's cute. I'm sitting there thinking, this is the girl who's texting my boyfriend about them sleeping together. And he's just chilling, like this is normal, like this is just Amy being Amy. And then it gets worse. Why, he starts crying. Not tipsy tears, full-on sobbing at the bar. And who ends up holding her? my boyfriend. He's rubbing her back, leaning in close, whispering to her, comforting her, and I'm just there, watching it all play out. I have never felt more invisible. I felt like I was watching my own relationship from the outside. Like I was the side character in this weird emotional triangle that I didn't sign up for. And the whole time he acts like I'm overreacting, like this is just how she is, like he's not doing anything wrong by entertaining it. But how do you compete with someone who gets daily access to your boyfriend, who works on the same unit, who can text him whenever she wants, who cries in his arms and calls him her brother, but also jokes about sleeping with him? I can't ask him to quit his job. I can't ask him to just never speak to her again. They work together every day. I'm not jealous because she's pretty. I'm not insecure because she exists. I'm devastated because he let it happen. Because he made space for it. Because he didn't draw a line. And now I'm stuck wondering, has this been the vibe for years? Has everyone at his job just assumed something's going on? Am I the only one who didn't know? I don't know how to set boundaries when they're forced to be around each other. How do you explain that something can be technically not cheating and still feel like betrayal? Because that's what I keep trying to put into words. I'm not saying he cheated. I'm not accusing him of sleeping with her, but watching them together didn't feel harmless. It felt intimate. And not in a dramatic way, just in a way that made me feel pushed to the side. I don't want to control who he works with. I don't want to be that girlfriend. But I also don't think it's crazy to expect some distance, some awareness. Like, if another woman is leaning on you, kissing your cheek, crying in your arms, maybe you don't just act like that's completely normal. Especially with your girlfriend sitting right there. I think what I need is for him to understand that this isn't about jealousy. It's about respect. And if he can't see why that night hurt me, then that's what really scares me.